Hi peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 1.
Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks.
Before we get into the show, I wanted to go over a few housewife updates. I also wanted to let you guys know that I will be going on vacation, so some of my videos will be quite a few days late because I'm not going to be watching any shows or recording any videos while I'm on vacation, but I will catch up when I get back. All right, peeps, so I ran across this post from one of my favorite Instagram pages, Queens of Bravo, and Queens of Bravo caught a tweet, well, a couple of tweets from Bethany Frankel. Bethany posted, I haven't even seen the show, but these Real Housewives of Beverly Hills clips have me looking at Airbnbs to go in there and fuck some shit up. Laugh out loud at Andy. Honey, now listen, just the thoughts of Bethany showing up in LA, mixing it up with Lisa Rinna and Erica. Oh my gosh, can I just say that would bring utter happiness to me. Anyway, Bethany sends another tweet that says, laugh out loud at Andy will put me on one couch and the whole lot on the other. Honey, listen, she said at the reunion, she will have her own damn couch. Andy would have to put all the rest of the girls on a whole nother couch because she is about to shut shit down. That would be great. Some fan chimed in and said, I'll buy your flight. So I'm serious. I think that a lot of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fans would chip in to pay for Bethany to fly out to LA. I'm serious. She doesn't need any money from us. I'm just saying. So there was some other post that fans were talking about the situation between Lisa Rinna and Kathy. And someone said, if Lisa Rinna was having such a hard time and things were so bad, why didn't she call for medical or security or production? And Kathy says, how about call 911 if she is so worried? Or my sister. No, she calls Erica. Just disgusting. Kathy is over the shits, okay? She said, I have had enough. She is not taking this setting down. I post a clip of the reunion in my community tab, and Kathy said, you know what? I'm calling Lisa out on all of her BS. She is not here for it. Someone else posted, but why does Rinna care if Kathy went off on a drunken tangent? So what? Why did she make it a mission to publicly try to destroy their sisterhood? Who the F cares? Erica's reasons for caring are that of a toddler. They did it first. Stomps feet. This show needs a therapist. I feel bad for Kyle and Kathy though. Kathy replies, storyline end of the season. I was set up the minute I came back and everyone has told me so.
It was someone on Erica's team that had leaked these stories.
I've always really cared about Kathy.
I know.
And so the things that she said to Reed.
It's going down.
And then I said, I don't know if you remember. It's good. Needs to.
I'm listening what's happening, girl.
I know.
It was someone who works for you.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. That was a clip from the last episode, the international version. So it turns out internationally, sometimes they get a different version of the Housewives shows than the ones we get. I have no idea why they left that part out. That was convenient, wasn't it? It seems to me that Kathy's detectives found out the truth that, in my opinion, which is alleged, it was Erica's people sitting there listening and reporting. So after the clip came out of the reunion, the little trailer, when Kathy said that Lisa was the biggest bully in Hollywood, Lisa thought it was really cute. So she goes out and she posts a picture of her M&M, and under it, it says, the biggest bully in Hollywood, and everyone knows it. And then Erica posts a little emoji, like thanking emoji. I don't know why Lisa thinks this is cute, but then again, this is Lisa that we're talking about. This woman is the one who needs help. She's the one who needs a therapist. So also in that trailer, At the very beginning, you see Kyle saying, I don't want to sit here for a toast. Can I leave? And you hear Andy ask some man named Doug. I don't know who Doug is, but Doug must have some power over there at the Bravo. So Kathy posts, why is she so upset and crying? I'm the one who's been bullied and persecuted for 10 months. Just cruel and disgusting. Kyle replies, why? You know exactly why. And then she replies back again and she says, I don't think you want me to explain why. Girl, listen, I think you should just sit out and have several seats. You and your sister have been going back and forth, and you've already mentioned in an interview that she has only spoken to Kathy maybe 1 or 2 times via text message since they filmed the reunion. Kathy is spending more time talking to Garcelle than she does to Kyle over at the Salt Lake City. So on Watch What Happens Live, when Andy asked Lisa and Whitney a couple weeks ago about Jen possibly going to jail and her kids and her husband needing her, and both of them said that they would do anything for her children. Well, Jen wasn't here for it. She went out on social media and she said, hey, Lisa Barlow and Whitney Rose, what did you say about my kids on Watch What Happens Live? I don't want anyone looking after my kids that call them the N-word, Lisa Barlow. Honey, now listen. She hashtag Watch What Happens Live, hashtag Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, hashtag NAACP. Girl, the NAACP said, what? Girl, I can't believe she added the NAACP. Girl, listen, if Lisa Barlow out here slanging around the N-word, we're going to have some problems. But at this time, I don't know if I buy it. Get down in the comments, peeps. Do you think that Lisa Barlow called Jen's kids the N-word? I did see that Jen Shah's sentencing date has been postponed. It was scheduled for Monday, November 28th, but now it has been rescheduled for Thursday, December the 15th. Also, I saw where there was a fan that said, what does John Barlow do other than follow Lisa around? Well, honey, listen, Lisa was not here for it, okay? Lisa had time. She said, laugh out loud. I'm going to chime in here. John Barlow is boss. He's not punching a time clock and doesn't report to anyone. He's an owner. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And sometimes that's hanging with me. Honey, Lisa said, don't come for her husband unless she calls for you. Lisa wasn't done yet. So someone says, he can do whatever he wants except for speaking for himself, apparently. And Lisa replied, he's good at that too, little bitch. Oh my gosh. Lisa Barlow said, no ma'am, you are not about to talk about her husband. It's not going down like that. I don't blame her. I wouldn't let anybody disrespect my husband either. But I did often wonder, what exactly is it that John Barlow does? And she has set me straight. On to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So there was an interesting post that Candy made about a week ago, and I snapped a picture of it. It was a post of her on the Optimum hair color box. She says, I saw that they were doing some sort of where are they now for perm boxes, but I have to pull out my old hair color box. I was 19 in this, and they still be selling this in some stores. How? Honey, listen, the price on the box says $3.99. That's how. Okay, somebody is always in need for a discount hair color. This was copper brown. I don't know, it looked kind of purple to me, but you know what, Candy? That woman, there is nothing that she hasn't done. This lady has some experience and she knows how to get a check. Also, I hear that they have recently started filming The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and they had their first event, singing through a birthday party for her husband, Ross, and it was the Great Gatsby theme, and I hear that Martell Holt was in the building. Okay, Mr. Love and Marriage Huntsville with Sheree. I also heard that some arguments went down. The new girl versus Candy. You know I'm always going to be Team Candy. That's all I'm saying. So, on to New Jersey. I am hearing that this Friday they will be taking their cast photo for season 13. I also heard that, you know, the BravoCon is this weekend. And no, I am not going to the BravoCon. Wouldn't you know it? My family adult girls trip weekend is the same weekend as the BravoCon. Listen, next year, your girl is going to the BravoCon. Let me just tell you that. But anyway, because of the friction between Melissa and Teresa, who both say that they are never going to make up, that there will never be any reconciliation, they have split them up into two panels. There will be a panel with Melissa and Joe, Marge and her Joe, and Jackie and Evan. I wouldn't even never go to that one. You know what I mean? There has got to be another panel that I would go see. I mean, a show that I don't even watch. I'd rather watch them. I would not go to this. Anyway, the other panel, which is going to be on the 15th, will be Teresa and Louie, Dolores and Frank, Jennifer and Bill. Now that's the one I would go to, because you would get a lot of information out of them. I'm just saying. Get down in the comments and let me know. Would you go to the panel, Melissa and Little Bitch Boy? Not me. So on to Potomac. Okay, so on to the online Potomac mess. Now listen, we know that this season is about to be something. You know, Candace is having some issues this season. It looks like Ashley and Giselle are coming after Candace's husband, Chris. And Chris went online and he said, well, I guess after 6 seasons, it's finally my turn. Candace replies, one thing about it, misery is going to stick her neck rolls in someone's marriage. I don't want to laugh for this. I really don't, but that was kind of funny. Anyway, moving on. So, you know, Giselle has this hot red or hot pink confessional look with these thick highlights. And I guess, you know, Candace didn't like it, because Karen took to social media and she says, gotta love her, skunk hair design and all. Karen, I thought y'all made up. Candace says, I think that the network has a responsibility to step in when our interview looks are criminally offensive, because my God, today, I just want to say that Candace's Twitter is just as bad as her confessionals. Candace cracks me up. This girl is funny. All right, so on to Mia. So, you know, she mentioned several times in last night's episode about her best friend, Jacqueline. Well, it turns out that her and Jacqueline are no longer friends. You know, things are not going well. So she was online yesterday posting comments about Jacqueline, and Jacqueline wasn't here for it. So Jacqueline was posting regarding Mia as well, and I guess there was some sort of video that Mia posted showing DV Jacqueline towards her boyfriend, allegedly. So Mia posts and it says, help is available at Bravo TV. I'm taking a stand to not condone violence. I will never deliberately inflict physical pain on another. None of it is okay. No one deserves to be treated this way. And it's a video that I told you about. Well, after she posts that, Wendy comes back and Wendy says, girl, I know you not condoning violence. You threw a drink at me and hit me with your purse multiple times, breaking 3 nails in the process. You are the poster child for violence. Okay, clearly Wendy is still upset about that drink. I can't wait till we get to that episode. Mia replies back, you are absolutely right, and I own that I was wrong. I won't pretend to be perfect. I feel terrible for acting that way, and I take self-accountability. Girl, whose publicist told you to say that? You know you do not care about the fact that you threw that drink in this woman's face. Mia comes back and she says, P.S. She loves men with wives while trying too hard to be a housewife, yet is only qualified to be a friend. If she would focus on herself, maybe someone would want to wife her wannabe disloyal flat ass. Karma is a bitch. Girl, listen, stop playing with this woman, because I feel that she knows some stuff about you that you possibly don't want out. So then Jacqueline comes out and she says, ouch, you got me. I guess I learned from the best. Housewife, nah sis, I'm college educated, own my own home, land, and have my own career. We different, says the fake boss who clearly doesn't own zilch. You're a fraud and as gutter as it gets. Focus on your own mess, Pinocchio. Lord. Candace comes back and she says, mess. Then she says,
Honestly, we really can just skip to the reunion at this point. We'll tell you what happened.
also, Mia got some bad news. It seems that her brother-in-law has revoked her and her husband's access to the company bank accounts. This is not good. This is not good. Anyway, I look forward to seeing the rest of this season. And now let's get into the episode.
So this episode starts off with Giselle, Karen, Robin, and Ashley. They all get together and have a picnic. And it was nice to see the four of them together without arguing, fussing, or fighting. And I've always liked it better when Karen and Giselle get along.
So y'all are buying a house together?
It's being bought in the LLC.
This ain't no divorce. This is not a divorce. This is not even a separation.
Life. He would not be house hunting with my ass.
Nothing's making sense. When Juan and I got divorced, there's no way I'm buying a house with him. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. So if he started pulling bones out of your closet, make sure you throw the full skeleton in his direction, okay?
What is this activity on social media that she's doing? But it was very vague.
But I didn't think it was big. I thought she said explicitly that she had cancer already.
It feels very attention-seeking for me.
That's what I thought too.
You're putting out these kind of like, unsure narratives.
Who plays with cancer?
You're saying that her choice of communication is weird, which is a little bit of judgment, Giselle. I agree that it's different, but I think we got to hear her out.
I certainly would not have gone to Instagram. I personally would have went to Jesus. I would have had Satan on his knees.
The person who makes less money, I don't think that they should automatically get half.
So you think I didn't earn half?
No, you didn't.
Are you kidding me?
No. I'm not sitting at home relying on Juan's income, so I don't think he deserves half of mine.
Okay, so first off, Mia's post. I have to agree with Karen on this one. I don't think she should have posted it out on social media right away, especially if she didn't know the full details. I think that she might have just gotten ahead of herself. Maybe when they reached out to her and told her that they saw some lumps and she should go for testing, she just automatically assumed that she had cancer and posted information out online. I'm with Karen on this one. I would have much rather gotten Jesus on the main line than to go out on Instagram and make these confusing posts. One post seeming as if you do have cancer and another post stating that you're in the middle of testing. And then later in the episode when we seen her talking to her mother about it, it seems that maybe she has her family thinking that she possibly has cancer as well and is not keeping them up to date on these tests. I don't know. Something is a little shady about Mia, but at the same time, I don't think that Giselle and Robin have any right to treat this woman like she's their child and question their Instagram post. I mean, we have seen Giselle and Robin get out on Instagram and post things as well, and are we accusing them of clout chasing or needing attention? I'm just saying. I do think Karen was right. They need to stop being so judgmental and give her an opportunity to share. Hear the woman out before you start judging. This divorce from Michael. I'm with Karen. Ma'am, this is not a divorce. One thing that did shock me is how hard Robin was trying to come for Ashley in her divorce. Ma'am, you divorced him and never moved out. You and him have lived together throughout your marriage and divorce. Robin should be completely silent. You know what? I've always thought of Ashley as a smart girl, and this just makes zero sense to me that you would be willing to let this man orchestrate this divorce. If you were really trying to divorce this man, the first thing you would have done was seek out legal counsel, not set up an LLC so you and him can purchase a home together. It just doesn't make sense. I agree with Karen 100%. Don't sit back and let him orchestrate this whole thing, because when he starts pulling out your skeletons, girl, it could get really nasty and dirty. You have to pull out all of his business. By that, I mean all of the blog posts, all the Radar Online posts. Go dig up that producer for Bravo whose butt he grabbed. Go get Katie's ex-boyfriend so he could tell you about the time Michael grabbed his butt. allegedly, oh, this is alleged, I wasn't there, but you know what I mean, you got to pull it all out the woodwork, the women from the hotel, all that stuff. Later in the episodes, we see Candace and Chris. They're freezing their embryos. Now, every housewife franchise has some housewife who's freezing embryos. It's as if this is a pass around storyline. Hey, every season somebody's doing it. Anyway, she says it's now or never. It seems that Candace has been extremely busy, and I am really proud to hear that Candace was on tour with SWV and Faith Evans. They are pretty big names in the music industry, and she is having a great time opening for these ladies, which I can only imagine how much fun it would be to be on a road with the ladies of SWV and Faith Evans. This is a great experience for Candace. In the middle of this doctor's appointment, her and Chris get into a little back and forth regarding Chris's schedule and how they need to be on schedule, on time for their fertility injections. And I thought, no ma'am. If I was that doctor, I would have told them, no ma'am, my time is money. You and him talk about this schedule in the car on the ride home, because I don't have time for it. I have other appointments and other patients, you know? Anyway, they end up having this little blowout argument and on the way home, talking about his schedule. Well, the thing that I can say about that, Chris doesn't work for himself anymore. He works for somebody else. So therefore, his schedule is what they say it is. He told her that he has 2 days off a week. Well, she needs to figure out what those 2 days are and schedule his appointments on those days. There's a way to figure this out. You have to. And as she stated too in their argument, when they do finally have children, they're going to have to figure out something with both of their schedules, because kids do not wait. Then we see Robin out with Charisse. I'm not really excited to see Charisse. I have never been a big fan of hers. And to me, having her on the show has never been that much of a benefit. Robin does make this comment that Charisse is the real grand dame of Potomac. But I don't care what Robin says. The true grand dame is Karen and always will be. They talked about Robin and Juan's relationship. And I do know that about a month or so ago, Robin and Juan finally got a marriage license. And I think that that was on purpose. They got this marriage license before the season started to film so that they could go back and say, oh, well, they are still getting married. Robin did ask Charisse about a prenup. And this just reads storyline for me. You know, this back and forth with Robin and Juan. Are they in a relationship? Are they not in a relationship? Are they going to get married? Are they not going to get married? It's kind of given She by Sheree. You know what I mean? It's season 7. We have 7 more seasons before is She by Sheree. You know, please get married before season 14. Anyway, we find out that Robin is the breadwinner in this relationship. And she says that Juan does not deserve to get half of her money. I said, oh, damn. Okay, so clearly Robin's check from the Real Housewives and her check from her hat business is a lot more than what Juan is making, and she is not willing to give him half. And when she tells Charisse, no ma'am, the person who makes less does not deserve half, Charisse was not here for it. And I agree with Robin when she says Charisse has to say that, because Charisse also wanted half of her husband's income. Now, I have to say that I agree with Robin a little bit. I think that when you come into a marriage, you should leave with what you came with. However, be patient, peeps. However, anything that you and your spouse have built together should definitely be divided 50-50. So what I'm saying is, in Charisse's case, if she is married to her husband who is an NBA coach and he is out there working and making all the money, but she is at home raising the children, keeping the home, making dinner, driving the kids to all of their activities, I do think that she deserves half, because she's doing her part. He's doing his part, she's doing her part. That's all. Then we see that Mia has moved to Potomac, and she's living down the street from Karen, and it's a rental home. Now, the shady editors make sure that we know that Karen's home is a rental home as well. Only Karen and Mia actually live in Potomac. Now, this rental home that Mia has is absolutely gorgeous. But what strikes me as odd is she says that when they moved into this rental home, she ended up putting in an additional $65,000 worth of updates. Who the hell does that? Who the hell rents a house and then makes $65,000 worth of updates to this house? Nobody. Nobody. I am not buying that. Then she goes on to say that she is paying $10,000 a month to rent this place. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. If you can pay $10,000 a month plus $65,000 for updates, you should be buying your own home, in my opinion. So Mia has a big dinner at her house for her family. It was really nice to see her mom, her sisters, her brother was there, their kids. I said, this is great. I was really excited to see that her and her family are doing well. They are getting along. They are working things out. It was really good to see. However, when she was talking to her mom, it was as if she already knows the results to all of this. I don't know, peeps. I did kind of feel that she could have given her mom an update a little sooner, and maybe she was milking it for a little attention from her mom. I have no idea. Now, when Mia made that monkey voice, that cracked me up. It made her a little more relatable because she doesn't take herself too serious. I thought that was hilarious. Now, her telling Karen that the reason she decided to put this information on Instagram regarding her alleged cancer was because Instagram is her highlight reel. It sure is, ma'am. And every time you put something out there that's ridiculous or suspect, it's going to be highlighted. Yes, ma'am. That could become your greatest hits. You know what I mean? It's already out there. You went out there and posted as if you knew for sure that you had cancer. Then you edited the post after people had given you their condolences. People are out here praying for you. You know, don't do that. Don't do that, Mia. Don't play around with cancer. That's something I do agree with. Don't play with the big C. Then we see Wendy at Bar 1 talking to Peter about investing and starting a restaurant business. What? She's got 4 PhDs. She's a doctor. Dr. Wendy, why are you talking to Peter? Honey, this says storyline all day. Bye, girl. One thing I did want to say about Robin, I absolutely enjoyed her confessional look. I loved her outfits, her hair color. I really like it. What did you guys think about Robin's hair color?
Well, my prenup is now not valid anymore.
An LLC with a house in his name. Man, what kind of life are you living?
I don't have answers right now.
That's why you need somebody who is legally experienced. You don't want to be in a position where this guy is pulling your strings for your future.
Is this?
Ooh.
Okay, so this is like a nice little red pantsuit.
Mom, I thought we upgraded the wardrobe.
Okay. I think Ashley's a smart girl. Yeah. This is her way of getting a house.
I think it's her way of getting many things that she wants Michael to do.
Why would I buy a house with Jamal Bryant and I'm divorcing him? Why would I do that? I wouldn't. Robin wouldn't buy a house with Ron. Robin's the only name on that house.
Well, look, today.
What?
I had a coochie craving for Michael, and
Well, get a deal down. Girl, no. You're confused. Just get a bag of chips and some popcorn. Snack on that.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No hugs. No hugs. What are you doing? Yeah, no touching.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye.
Cancer, no cancer, looks like. It seemed very, look at me. I need attention, It said you have cancer.
They said what your test results came back and it looks like you have lymphoma, okay? So for you to sit there and say that you think I was doing it for attention,
I didn't
you. Oh. Talking about my health. Yeah.
All right, so Ashley talking to her Uncle Lump. Ashley, girl, I really do need you to get an attorney. She mentioned that her prenup was no longer valid because she's been married to Michael for over 5 years. However, when she was on Watch What Happens Live, she said that she found out that's not actually true. There was some wording in that means her prenup is still absolutely valid. So, girl, doesn't that say I need an attorney? I should not be listening to Michael. One thing that I love about Uncle Lump is he is always going to ask the questions that we want to know. Uncle Lump is always looking out for Ashley. Ashley did get a little defensive when she was talking to her uncle, but he's right. You are putting yourself in a position to be controlled by Michael. The way Ashley acts about this divorce, it does seem like maybe she doesn't really want to be divorced. I think that Ashley, if she really wants a divorce and she really wants to be independent, she would hire an attorney. She would not be trying to purchase a house in an LLC with Michael's name on it. Now, Giselle in this house, listen, I still don't like this house. This house still seems to be 3 houses mushed together. It's separate materials and everything. It's very mixed match, in my opinion. But one thing I can say is Giselle's house is paid for. You know, she bought that house outright. She's making these updates on her house. And I don't think the rest of these ladies own their homes right out. So if Giselle loves her house, I'm proud of Giselle. And that's her house. She should be proud of it as well. Now, the twins got her together about that wardrobe. Now, honey, listen, the coochie cravings, no ma'am. The look that Karen gave her, I said the same thing. I said, there is no way that Ashley does not have Candy's number. Honey, you better get you some of them vibrating underpants. Don't call Michael Darby. No ma'am. Giselle telling Ashley that she's lying. You know, Ashley might be lying, but I think that Giselle should really just pipe down a little bit. She is always here to critique somebody else's relationship, and we never see a real relationship for her. And Ashley saying that she's not drinking, I have never seen a season where Ashley is not throwing back Corona. So this is going to be interesting. I agree with Karen as well. Ashley looked gorgeous when she got to the spring party. She looked really pretty. I also agree with Karen when she says she thinks that Ashley is playing a game with Michael. Ashley wants a house and she wants everything else that she wants. And I think asking for this divorce or pretending as if you want a divorce might allow her to get those things. Now, Giselle and Wendy. Giselle was not okay with Wendy speaking to her and hugging her. And you know what? It's okay. Giselle does not have to want to be bothered with Wendy. But my thing is this, you're upset with Wendy because she trashed your family, but didn't you go after Wendy all season last season? All season last season, you made all sorts of comments about this woman's body, her self-esteem, her self-worth, value. You were doing a lot. So when Wendy claps back at you, all of a sudden you are so pissed off you can't even say hello to this woman. Throughout all season last season, Giselle body shamed the hell out of Wendy. And she said Wendy's husband was cheating, but she didn't believe it. I heard the rumors, but I didn't believe it. You know, come on now. Go on somewhere with that. Now, honey, listen. When she let the cat out the bag that Robin's name is the only name on that house, I said, oh my gosh. Juan, all his business is coming out this season. And the way Karen said, woo, and leaned her head to the side, and Ashley's eyes almost bugged out. I don't think Giselle was supposed to say anything about Robin being the only name on that house. And then the way Giselle threw back her drink real fast and ran up on Mia, cancer or no cancer. Girl, get out of this woman's face with this. And then she tried to throw Karen under the bus and lie. Karen did not say that Mia's post was weird. She said we should give her the opportunity to hear her out. That's what Karen said. When Mia told Giselle to F off, I was team Mia. Get the hell out this woman's face. She approached her as if she was her mama. Oh, you just aiming for attention. That's attention seeking. Why'd you put it out there? That's not your child or your damn business. Mind your business and get a storyline, because it is clear that for the 7th season in a row, Giselle has 0 storyline. At least Robin is trying to come up with something. I'm just saying. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.